It's trade mailbag time on today's Cowboys Report review. We have a whole bunch of them, so we're going to dive right in. First up from our resident doctor, Lubo. Cowboys get Patrick Peterson. The Cardinals get a 2021 second-round pick. Now, that is more than what the Eagles gave up to acquire Darius Slay this past offseason. If the Cardinals end up shopping him, I think that's a pretty fair offer. The problem is, and I don't want to sound too much like a broken record on today's show, I'm not convinced the Cardinals would actually trade away Patrick Peterson. Now, maybe you get to a scenario at the trade deadline, if Arizona does not have a good start to the season, that they go, geez, we're not going to get Patrick Peterson. Let's trade him away, get more than we get in terms of a potential return if we lose him in free agency. That might make the most sense. I think the value's fair for the player. I'm just not sure the Arizona Cardinals want to trade him away right now. Now, all the trades you're going to see on this video come from subscribers here at the Cowboys Report. So if you are not already a subscriber, I'm not sure what you're waiting for at this point. We know over half of you guys watch the show but aren't subscribed, so hit that big red button, because even though we're kind of in a lull right now, training camp is coming up soon. We're going to keep you covered on everything on the Dallas Cowboys right here. Over to my boy Daniel, a Stephon Gilmore trade. The Cowboys get Gilmore, a 5th-round pick. The Patriots, meanwhile, get a 2021 second, a 2021 6th, and Tyrone Crawford. I don't think Crawford is a positive trade asset, so I'm just going to pretend like he's not included on there. He'd be a good fit in New England, but why would they pay him $8 million? Doesn't make sense. So it comes down to really just a 2nd-round pick for Gilmore, because that 5th and 6th swap isn't going to be very heavy. I don't think the Patriots do that trade. I am not convinced that they want to move on from Gilmore. The dude is arguably the best corner, and I think he is the best corner in the NFL. You don't trade that away for a 2nd-round pick and, you know, a box of chocolates on top of it. Like, that's not how the Patriots are going to operate. Now, if they suck and they want to enter a massive long-term tanking process, heck yeah, I'm going to call about him. The problem is, I don't think they're going to be tanking. And if they do tank, it'd be a quick one, and then Gilmore would still fit their timeline. Another cornerback trade here from longtime subscriber Film Productions. William Jackson from the Bengals for a 3rd-round pick. This is the one that intrigues me the most. I'm not sure the Bengals are going to trade away Jackson. I think they're going to keep him, but he is due for a new deal. I like him quite a bit. I think he is an underrated corner with a lot of promise, who wasn't as good last year. New defense, I think, was a big factor there, plus the supporting cast was, well, frankly, pretty darn bad here overall. So if I'm the Cowboys, if Jackson's available, I'll trade him for a 3rd-rounder. And if I don't re-sign him, I might get a 3rd-rounder, potentially maybe it's a 4th-rounder on the comp pick side. And I'm not surprised there were so many cornerback trades that we had suggested. That makes sense to me. There is not a bigger need right now for this Cowboys organization, I believe. Awuzie, I don't want him as a number 1. I think Jackson, Gilmore, or Peterson would be that number 1 corner for you. Jackson, more risk. He's also the cheapest of the group there. So if you ran the Cowboys, factoring in the cost of a trade, which corner would you go after? P for Patrick Peterson, G for Stephon Gilmore, J for William Jackson. I think I'd still go after Gilmore because I love him. I don't think you'd ever get him, but I'd be trying really hard there. In fact, I tried harder for Gilmore than I would for Jamal Adams. But cast your votes for me in the comments section. From Braden Hurley with a Malik Hooker trade. Cowboys get Hooker. The Colts get Xavier Woods and a 2021 2nd-round pick. It's not often that I say this. I think I might say no if I'm the Dallas Cowboys. I like throwing in Xavier Woods. That makes sense to me because you're not going to need him if you bring in Hooker, although maybe Clinton Dix makes more sense because I think Woods can play strong safety. I like Malik Hooker a lot. I loved him coming out of Ohio State, a rangy, dynamic, single-high free safety. The Colts, are trying to compete, so I'm not convinced they move him, but I think a 2nd-round pick's a pretty damn good haul for him in terms of the value for what you might get if you don't re-sign him. I do have injury concerns, though, with Malik Hooker, and I do wonder how he'd fit with Clinton Dix. Now, if you run a lot of split safety coverage, which I think the Cowboys are going to do, which means 2 guys back deep, you're fine. Less cover 3, more cover 4, more cover 2, more man, 2 under deep. You guys get it. I would explore it. I think Woods and a 2nd, though, was just a little bit too much to give up if you are the Dallas Cowboys in terms of potential trades. I don't like this, Alicia. No, I don't. No, stop it with this. Please don't trigger me. And I know this is what producer Alicia is trying to get you guys to do. I am asking you to please not do this, because in the past, and this happens literally every time we ask this, I forget that I asked you guys to trigger me in the comment section with terrible trade ideas. And what ends up happening is I go to the comments, and I look and I go, oh my God, these are terrible trades, and I end up triggering myself in the process even though I asked for it. So let's please not do this time, and if you do it, I'm blaming producer Alicia for all of it. All right, back to other trade ideas here from Jokester Junior 12s. A Jamal Adams trade. There were so many of these. We went with this one here because it's different than the ideas you guys have had before. Jets get Dalton Schultz, Chidobe Awuzie, and a 2021 second-round pick. I think it has to begin with a first. I think if you call the Jets and you offer any combo of that caliber of player without a first-rounder, they're going to end up saying no. So Kevin McCarthy, exact same issue there. Kind of different here with Adams for Cheeto, Crawford, and a 2020 second-round pick. I'll be honest, I don't think that Crawford is a positive asset again. So I get why so many of you want Jamal Adams. Frankly, as we've kind of mentioned before here on the show, has to be a first-round pick. And the price for the Cowboys might be higher than everyone else, because I don't think the Jets are happy with the way the Adams trade talks went down at the deadline. Now, nothing has changed around Adams in the past several weeks, so that video we put out, everything you need to know on a Jamal Adams trade to the Dallas Cowboys, I'll put that link in the comments and the description, by the way. It's available on the channel, which you guys would know if you're already subscribed. Speaking of Adams here again, what do you guys think? And I'm very curious what your votes are here. Scale of 1 to 100%, what is the likelihood, the percent chance of Adams being traded to the Dallas Cowboys? Is it 50? Are you feeling confident? You're going to throw down 100 there? Maybe it's more like 25? I'm curious. Let me know what you guys have to say in the comments section. Got some deals for you guys here as well. Head over to chatsports.com/CowboysStrong. The Stronger Together collection is still available. As a reminder, all the proceeds from this go to the COVID-19 relief fund, via the Salvation Army. The rest of the NFL goes to the United Way. Cowboys is the Salvation Army. Check out the full list there, chatsports.com/CowboysStrong. They got t-shirts. They got some hoodies as well. And if you want something a little bit more expensive, how about a Cowboys jersey instead? 25% off at chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. They got Dak, they got Zeke, they got Jim, they got all the big name players. CeeDee Lamb also available. He's not 25% off, but Amari Cooper is. So go check out those links. They'll be in the comments and in the description. From Moose Kamal 26, an O.J. Howard trade in exchange for a 2021 second-round pick. I think value, getting the Bucks to say yes, I think you actually might be able to pull it off at that point. And I am intrigued by O.J. Howard because I liked him a lot coming out of Bama. I still think he's a really good football player. But I just paid Blake Jarwin. Am I going to make Howard give him up a second pick and then pay him too? I'm not sure that's a route I want to pursue, at least not at the cost of a second-round pick. If I could get him for like a fourth, heck yeah, sign me up. I'm all over it. And speaking of a fourth-round pick, well, that's what Dylan Martindale gave up to get David Njoku. I'm intrigued by it. I think it's a little bit pricey. Now, the last time we saw Njoku fully healthy, there were some real flashes there. 56 receptions, over 600 yards, 4 scores. O.J. Howard coming off a down year. I think it's pretty clear that Njoku has fallen out of favor in Cleveland because they signed Austin Hooper. They draft a 4th-round tight end this year. I don't think he's part of their long-term plan. So I would not give up a 4th for Njoku, but I would change my tune very quickly if Blake Jarwin did go down. So maybe a 5th-rounder, 6th-rounder? I think I'd be over that one. Now, if you're picking one tight end for the Dallas Cowboys, who is it? Type H for O.J. Howard, N for David Njoku. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Talent-wise, yeah, give me Howard every single time. Cost-wise, I might lean more towards Njoku. I can't believe this happened, folks, but we have fullback trades in the comment section. This one did trigger me. Anthony Sherman for a 2021 second and Jameis Lawali. Why on God's green earth would I ever trade a second-round pick for a fullback? That is malpractice of the highest degree. Meanwhile, Joshua said Tristan Hill and a 2021 7th-round pick for Patrick DeMarco. Folks, I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. I will never trade assets for a fullback because it's a fullback, and they are even less important than kickers. Now, there were several trades in there about Tristan Hill. So should the Cowboys trade Hill? I'm not surprised so many of you want to trade him because, well, he didn't look very good this past year. So should it happen? Y for yes or N for no. From Zenot, how about a John Ross trade here? And a 5th-round pick going to the Bengals here. I think I would do this. I'm not sure the Bengals do it. Now, we've seen John Ross be, well, he's been a bust. Although I am super curious how he ends up faring with Joe Burrow as his quarterback who can actually throw the ball better downfield. More touchdowns 2018, but much more of a vertical threat in 2019. There have been some flashes. If I could get him for a 5th, I'd do it because at minimum, I've upgraded over Devin Smith, and it's a 5th-round pick. Like, that's not a huge price for me to give up, and maybe you get lucky and you end up getting even a better player instead. All right, from Jay Master, Yannick Ngakoue for Antoine Woods. But why would the Jags do this? That doesn't make sense for Jacksonville. Like, maybe you forgot to include a 1st-round pick on top of that, because I think that's what the Cowboys have to give up to get Yannick. Like, Jacksonville's not going to be like, yeah, here's Yannick. We'll take your, what would it end up being, 60th, 64th overall pick. Like, they're not going to do that. So I know many of you want Yannick. I'd feel a lot better about the edge rush spot. He wants like $20 million a year. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. He's shown a lot of promise, 8+ sacks every single year he's been in the NFL. He's damn good. I don't know if the Cowboys should and even could afford to do 2 high-paid edges in that regard. All right, Fry Daddy says, with a unique trade, one we haven't seen here ever before, he's going to trade his cat and his dog, his job and his house, and his wife in exchange for no more Dak Prescott talk. So I'm going to ask the CEO here, James, do you accept that trade? The cat, the dog, the job, the house, and the wife. You have legal concerns with it. Okay. So I guess we can't. That's pretty interesting there, though, although we didn't mention Dak whatsoever in our rumors from Tuesday. All right, from JROMAINIMA'S trade, another Jamal Adams trade, but he trades me away in the process for a 2021 3rd-rounder. This would mean no Cowboys Report anymore, or at least we'd have to bring somebody else on to do it, which wouldn't be nearly as much fun. But you know what, guys? I will do this trade for the good of the Cowboys. You are welcome. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.